Hello, Leo. Welcome to your December 2024 reading. This is the last month of the year. I'm really excited to kind of see what Spirit has to say for this closing month for you. So with that being said, let's jump right in and let's check out what Spirit wants to say for the collective of Leos. That was very powerful. I think all three of them want to come through. So let's start off with that. Wow, you know what? This has been a major theme for a lot of the signs for December. Archangel Michael, shielding and protection. It says, ask Archangel Michael to put his deep blue cloak of protection around you to shield you from harsh energies, feeling depleted or drained. Shield yourself now. Again, with all my readings, feel free to check out your moon sign and your rising sign, as those energies can be interconnected, especially because I keep seeing, Archangel Michael's shield of protection here. So I don't know if during this month, maybe you have a lot of people's energies around you, or maybe you're trying to let go of distraction, or maybe you're letting go of certain people and you're feeling their energies are lingering a little bit. I think Spirit is asking you to kind of make sure you're cleansing your aura. Like a great way to cleanse your aura, like I have one here, is a selenite wand. So you just kind of like brush your aura with it just to kind of clear away any unwanted energies. I think I made a video as well that sometimes, for instance, if you're doing readings or if you're doing something in your day and all of a sudden you feel kind of like out of it, not out of it, but like, let's say you're really determined to do something and then all of a sudden you start procrastinating or you feel like you can't really get back into the flow. It might be because there's energies around that's like lingering, and it's good to kind of go outside to ground and clear, meditate, put a Reiki video on to kind of cleanse that, or hold some grounding crystals or protection crystals. This is obsidian to kind of get those energies away so that you can keep doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing, like continue your project or something. So, interesting. Second card is growth. Nurture yourself and others, divine feminine energy, a learning experience, and spiritual ascension. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Leo, there is a better option for you. Interesting. I do feel like you're being shielded from a certain person or like group of people, or an environment, maybe a job, a type of establishment. You're no longer kind of resonating with that. And I feel like you're moving forward. You're seeing that there is other things that you could be doing or spending your time. Maybe you've been looking for other work lately. It says learning experience and spiritual ascension. It could be because you've learned something within that experience and you're ready to move forward. This is also my peace card. Like when I painted this, I imagined peace, and this is what came through. And it's basically saying that your inner peace means so much than anything else. Like nobody can take that away from you. And I think sometimes when we're in the funk of things, and it can be confusing, especially if there's people around you that may not have your best interests at heart, or maybe are making it difficult for you, or maybe they just clearly will continue to misunderstand you, and they just, don't like you for whatever reason, and no matter what you do, you can't change their mind. I think the greatest lesson to learn from that is that the peace comes from knowing that let people misunderstand you. Let them be wrong about you, right? They're not living your life. They don't know you. Don't allow the opinions of other people affect who you are and where you're going and your happiness. And I feel like that has something to do with this reading here, because I feel like you're removing yourself from something that is either toxic for you or not good for you, no longer in alignment with you. You've learned the lesson and you're moving towards a more peaceful state of being. Yeah. This card kind of confirms it too. Speak your truth. So, I can't remember which video I did, but I just did one recently where maybe in your past you've learned that people continue to misunderstand you and maybe you over communicate and try to kind of get them to understand you. Maybe when you grew up in an environment like that, you learn to kind of just be quiet, keep your opinions to yourself, to kind of let them kind of almost like tower over you in so many ways because you just didn't want to cause conflict. Or you dimmed your light, you didn't speak your truth. Archangel Michael has to do with speaking your truth and expressing your truth, whether or not people like it or not, right? So I feel like there could be a lesson where before, when people kind of try to silence you, you let that happen because you were afraid of conflict or you didn't want to be confrontational or whatever. I think over time now you have learned that it's going to get uncomfortable either way, whether you be quiet or whether you say your truth. So you might as well stand up for yourself, because if people are going to be uncomfortable, either way you do it, either you be uncomfortable or they, it's like at least you get a chance to express the truth of the situation or your perspective, because your perspective is really important as well. It's very important. So maybe the lesson is that you've learned to not dim your light or be silent anymore. It's like you're going to continue to speak your truth and trust that the universe will bring you to the right spaces where there's people who appreciate your truth and don't want to silence you. Like, that's kind of what I'm picking up for your December energies. And I think it's a great thing. I think it's amazing. You're able to kind of just do what it is that you're meant to be doing. You're not afraid to ruffle a few feathers, because let's be frank here, not like great leaders, people who make a lot of changes, positive changes in the world, in many regards, shake things up. They're not people pleasers. And in fact, I feel like people who are polarizing, those who, people either really like them or they just don't like them, at least they're authentic to who they are. Like, you can tell where they stand in life, right? So I feel like it's you being more authentic, stepping into your authenticity and not being afraid about what other people think about you, because at the end of the day, it's your life and they have no idea who you are, right? So it's like, do they live the life you want to live? Do you, are you inspired by these people? Do these people respect you? And if the answer is no, and you love yourself, it's like, and you know yourself, it doesn't really matter what they think. You know where you're going in life. You know who you are. You know what you've been through, and you love yourself. So I feel like there's a big lesson here, and this lesson will carry you forward in every other aspect of your life moving forward, which is amazing. You get to be more yourself and you get to be more unapologetically you. So that's really refreshing. So when I see take a chance, I know it's scary. Maybe, you have to go no contact with some people, or maybe you have to block some people, but I feel like in order to grow, sometimes you have to walk away from people that are not in alignment. And it doesn't mean that these people are bad people. Let's say that they're just people who are not on the same frequency and don't want to grow with you anymore. Maybe you're at a point in your life where you need people who take self-accountability and who grow with you. So that, to me, means that you're moving away from these types of environments and situations, and you know that you deserve better than that, and I feel like by doing so, you're actually healing not just yourself but everyone who's observing you right now, because let me tell you, a bunch of haters out there secretly admire you. They admire the fact that you're taking a chance on yourself. They admire the fact that you're brave enough to walk away from situations. Maybe they project onto you in many ways, and maybe they feel stuck in the situations that they are in, and they're just blaming you for their unhappiness. And I feel like you are taking that chance on yourself. You're continuously being authentically you, and that can really shake things up for people who observe you, who have been told to people please. You know what I'm saying? Or people who don't know who they are. People who are not authentic to themselves. Like, there's a gift here. And I don't think you realize how many people you're affecting just by being yourself. So that's powerful. That's powerful energy to be in. It's like Empress energy. It's like you're not putting up with any crap anymore. Look at this cat. Independent. You are a natural healer. Look at that. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Weren't we just talking about that? Oh, Jesus. We were just talking about, and guess what? Guess what this other card wants to come out? The wolf came out. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. The lone wolf. I think about the lone wolf here. Independence. Yeah, you're not going with the crowd here. I feel like there may be a gang of people or people in a group that just have been almost like trying to discredit your character or something like that. And I feel like you're just like, I'm not going to entertain this. I'm not going to allow this smear campaign to affect me. I know who I am, and I'm going to take the high road. And when I say high road, I mean you're going to focus on yourself. You know who you are. It doesn't matter. And anyone who believed, let's say you did experience a smear campaign, anyone who believed them, you already became very clear, like, these people are not your people. So, and you're already understanding that there's a blessing in it, even though it's very difficult. You're understanding that these people are not your people, and that you're going to start moving into a space where you're around the right people. And even if that means you got to journey alone for a bit and walk away and be away from certain people, even people you've hung out for a long time before, you're taking that chance. You're taking that risk because you know your mental health and your peace and your voice and who you are is dependent on it, and you're fearless in it. Like, you already know what you need to do, and you like being by yourself. You like the solitude, and I feel like you understand how important it is to be independent, because you know that a friend to all is a friend to none. A neutral friend is not a good friend. Like, this reading for December is really about you deciding to walk away from the crowd and just really nurturing your mental health and taking care of yourself. So, which is incredibly powerful. Not a lot of people can do that, you know? So you should be very proud of yourself. All right. Archangel Melchizedek, selenite. Oh my gosh, we were just talking about selenite and clearing your aura right there. So it says divine perfection. Crystal Angels 444, which is an angel number. You're surrounded by angels and ascended masters here to guide you and protect you. And you're fully supported. Even though you may feel lonely right now, or like, I don't even think you feel lonely. You just know that, you know, I feel like there's a sense of disappointment that the people that you once trusted, you can't really trust anymore. But Spirit is also saying that this is working the way that it needs to be, because you're getting clear about what you want. And divine perfection means that anybody who has kind of been operating at a lower frequency, they attract more lower frequency stuff. Like, maybe these individuals have a lot of chaos happening in their lives, and it could easily be because of the unhealed trauma that they're going through. And then you just happen to be there as well. You just happen to be the way shower. So maybe they were uncomfortable with the dysfunction in the group, and they think it's normal, and they think it's normal to project onto someone who is not afraid to be away from the group because you've done the healing. They haven't, so they're always going to protect the group. You're realizing that this is perfect in so many ways, because when you walk away, when that time comes, these individuals, who are they going to blame? Who are they going to project? They're going to be in the same situation, because you can't solve things by looking at other people and blaming other people. You solve things by looking within and figuring out what's happening here in terms of shifting and what needs to be taken responsible for. You know, what do you have to be responsible for in terms of your behavior? And I feel like as I'm looking at this card spread, I feel like everything is working exactly the way it needs to. And leave the distractions of this group of people to do their own thing. They're attracting what they need to attract. And you are being taught that you are in the wrong environment and that it's time to move into a space that is more peaceful for you and better for you, because you don't want to be in a crowd of people who pretend to have your back when they don't. You are deserving of people who truly support you. And remember, spirit hears and sees things that happen behind closed doors without you there. And so if they're moving you away from these people, understand that it is for your highest and best good. So I feel like, with this energy leading in December, possibly into January as well, I feel like you're removing toxicity. You're removing toxicity and you're getting very clear about who you are and who you want in your life, which is a beautiful thing. So that's kind of what I'm picking up for you for this reading. I hope this reading helps you, and if it resonates with you, feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and check out your rising and moon signs. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.